let's do some makeup for those of us that are over 50, over 60, that's me, over 70, 80, wherever you are. Let's just do some makeup for mature skin. The first thing I like to do is start with my eyebrows, and I brush them down so that I expose this little area right here that's a little bit empty. And using my NYX Lift and Snatch brow pen, this is taupe, by the way, I like to fill in that little space right there before I do anything else. And you can already see the difference that it starts to fill in and look fuller without a lot of effort. Then just brush them up. And if there's any strays, just take the tip end of your wand there and just tame those little strays. If they're really, really long, you might want to cut off just the tail end, but be careful, don't cut too much. Then I'm moving to my Saint palette and picking up some of this highlighter right here called Sunlit. And the reason I'm using Sunlit, which is yellow, on my eyelids is because my eyelids tend to have this purple cast, and I like to color correct that. Then I'm going to the second level of this palette and choosing my eyeshadows. I'm keeping it real neutral today. I'm going to use this color. I'll list all these colors for you, but this is just a buff color. And by putting that over the Sunlit brightening highlight that I used as an eyeshadow base, it just gives another layer of base for the eyeshadow to cling to. It's just a nice little tip. Then I'm actually going into this pink right here. It's called Paris, going over my entire lid with Paris up onto the crease. If you have hooded lids, I'm going to show you a little trick. Mine really aren't too hooded, but they are a little bit. I shouldn't be pushing down on this, but they are slightly, just so I can show you. I'm going into this real neutral color right there, and what I like to do is actually go slightly above the crease, because if you put it in the crease, if your lids are hooded at all, it isn't going to show up. And then I'll go back and just buff, buff, buff. And it actually creates a new crease that's a little bit higher so that you can see the colors that you're wearing. Very simple. And it just takes a little touch. These colors are so pigmented, it just takes a touch. And what I like to do is start with the dense end of this brush to add this little color right here, so it gives just a little bit more definition to the outer corner of my eye. It looks a little strong now, but when I blend it, it will be much softer. Now I'm going to use my City Beauty Beyond Mascara, which actually has lengthening properties and thickening properties right in the mascara, so you don't have to use an additional lash thickener or builder, because it's just another step. But also some of those lash builders can create sort of a yellowy tone to your eyelids that takes a while to go away. This mascara is really, really good. It's not clumpy, it's just really nice, and the more you use it, the better your lashes will look. The reason I like to do my eyeshadow mascara first is because if I make a mistake, I just go back with my Almay eye makeup remover, oil-free micellar water, and I'll take one of these little pads and fold it into quarters and then just clean up that excess right through there. Even if I haven't made a mess, this is a nice touch because it adds that definition to your eyeshadow. Going back to my Saint palette, I'm starting with contour to create more depth and definition to my face. And I like to put it along my forehead because I have a high forehead, and I want to actually make it look like my forehead is not quite that high. And then at the top of my ear, I'll start right here and put just a little bit. I don't wear a lot of contour. I have textured skin, and if I'm not careful, it can bring the attention to that texture, so I keep that really quite small, and I don't bring it all the way down through here. I'm not looking for anything quite that dramatic. But a tip that I do want to show you is right here. I have those little jowls, so I like to put a little bit right there. Next, I'm moving to my brightening highlight, which is right here, and I want to brighten the center of my face. So I'll put a little bit right here on the bridge of my nose and on the outer and inner corner of my eyes, just to add some brightening. And I like to put a little bit right here, a little tip right there, and right there. So it brightens the whole center of my face. And then I'll go into my main highlight, which you would also call your foundation, and I just dot that in. Just fill in the areas where you don't have your highlight or your contour. Then I go in, I'm using pink grapefruit. I want a little more pop on my cheeks today to brighten this black and white. So this is actually pink grapefruit. It's a really pretty, true pink. I'm even going to put some on my lips. The next step is to blend all these dots together. And I like to start in the center where the colors are lighter and brighter. Again, right through there, blend. And I use tapping motions. On mature skin, you do not want dragging or pulling on your skin. So if you just tap, 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 might take a few more minutes. So always do a quick check in your mirror. You may even want to take your mirror to a window. I'm close to a window right now to see if you have blended everything, or to make sure that you don't have too much in one area. If so, you just go back and just keep blending. These brushes by Saint are fabulous. This is the blush and bronzer brush. Blend up into your hairline. I'm actually liking the pink grapefruit on my lips, but I want to kick it up a notch with this pencil just to make it look more crisp and finished. This is also by NYX, and it's called Cookies and Cream. Tip that will help your lips look fuller and not draggy at the outer corners. Always start with lining your lips a little bit, overline the center Cupid's bow. And overline your bottom lip just a touch. And then when you finish the line, keep it about 1/8 of an inch away from the outer corner of your lips so that they do not look droopy. Now to top it off, I'm going back with my City Beauty City Lips Plumping Lip Gloss, and this is clear. It really does plump. In about 10 seconds, you can start to feel this little tingling, and then you look and your lips are nice and plump. It does come in different colors, but if you already have a color on that you really like, just use the clear on top of it. It's really pretty. And then just fluff your hair and you're ready to go. Oh, by the way, this is a new top that I just got from Amazon. So I'll put the link to this top if you want to go take a look at this. And I will link the City Beauty. There's a discount code for the City Beauty, the mascara and the lip gloss. And if you want to look at the Saint makeup, I can always do a color match for you if you have questions about that. What do you think? Is this something you would wear? So here's the finished look. The makeup that I just did with Saint and various other brands. I added this beaded necklace that I got in the Dominican years ago. Some black and white and a mixture of gray bracelets. Some old white pants that I have. I say old, 2 years old. And there you have it. You can never go wrong with a simple day look like this and black and white. It's always classic. I hope you enjoyed this video.